Well, you actually going to hit buttons today?
Yeah.
Got like sound effects.
Yeah.
No, when I go to do the intro, he likes to be like,
Try to make you curse in 30 seconds. Welcome to hell.
Yo, 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 it's the Daves from Vida. We are over here at the Jersey Shore Musicians Podcast. This was called So Far Away. Leave the bottle at the bar. We won't need it. In outer space, but not too far. Just believe it. You feel it, you feel it. Walking up and down your spine. 'Cause if you feel it, you feel it. You might just have a good time. Or something like that. Or something like that. Yeah. Leave the baggie in the car. There's no hurry. In outer space, but not too far. There's no worry. Do you feel it? You feel it. Walking up and down your spine. 'Cause if you feel it, you feel it. You might just have a good time. Or something like that. Or something like that. So far away. So far away. So far away. So far away. Oh, leave the baggie in the car. There's no worry. Something like that. Yeah. Or something like that. 'Cause we're living in destruction. But I'm still planning here and I know we're living in destruction. These roots run right down to the core. 'Cause we're living in destruction. But but I'm still planted here and I know we're living in destruction. These roots run right down to the core. And I'm in the rock band. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. And I'm in the rock band. Oh no, no. Oh no, no.
Hello and welcome to the Jersey Shore Musicians Podcast. I'm Matt. That's Jeff.
Hi.
Today we got the guys. We got Dave's from Vida.
Hey.
What up?
Welcome.
What's up?
How we doing tonight?
Doing good. Tired as hell.
Tired of shit.
This Dave, not that Dave. This Dave is a repeat offender.
Yes.
He's been here a few times.
Offender? Why is he an offender?
You know why.
Because we
Let's not.
offend people. That's why.
Don't be coy.
So why don't you guys give us a little backstory on how you guys all formed?
Oh my god.
Name and badge number.
How far
Yeah,
back?
we'll
do
get
we go?
to that. We'll get to that.
How far back do we go?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know.
Because I've known this guy for. Oh my god.
Monday night. Jeez.
What?
No, like I'm just saying, how far back do we go? Well, we played minor league baseball.
I mean, like, it's kids, seriously.
Seriously, I swear to God, dude.
Known this dude my whole life. Oh man. Well, this band in particular. Yeah, please. It's making me uncomfortable.
Lock.
All right, good.
All right, we'll go for it.
No, shit, man. We were in Eastbourne together. Jersey Shore reggae band. We did that for 2011 to 2018, but those years seriously feel like they were like 30 years.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
right.
That's what happens when you get old.
Yeah, yeah. But we were like a punk band, maybe like two different punk bands, like very short-lived punk bands. Before that, it was
Like three.
Crimen Social.
Antiminas.
Yeah, these are bands that you can't find the music. I have them on a Dropbox somewhere, but it's hilarious when
He's
I
like, I hide them
bring
from
it up.
myself.
No, seriously. You will never hear this shit. No, I don't care. No one's going
We're gonna get a Jersey Shore Musicians exclusive here.
No.
Give us the leak tracks.
No, you guys will get canceled if that gets put out.
I don't know. I thought we were getting canceled a couple podcasts ago. We didn't, so I think you might be all right.
There you go.
Yeah, if we haven't gotten canceled yet, you're good.
I guess you have to ask who's canceling.
I don't know. But yeah, we did that. We'll talk about Eastbourne. That was the band that we started around like 2011.
And then, life happens. Eastbourne stops. And then one day he hits me up and goes, hey, let's try it again. Let's get the boys back. And
He's shaking his head like, "I'm big mistake, big mistake."
Yeah, I'm just thinking back on those years. Yeah, pretty much. I had 4 kids. I personally had them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got a good figure still. Congrats.
why'd you have to specify?
No, yeah, I mean, we were just doing the Long Branch thing. We're based out of Long Branch. That's where we grew up. That's where we met each other. And our brother, Omar Rodriguez, who also has played in Tiki Torture.
That's it?
No, he was, yeah, but he
Which
was
is
in
funny.
Eastbourne.
The podcast we were just referring to was
Chaz.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh my
Chaz is
God.
awesome.
Imagine that one.
But yeah, it was a wild ride because it feels like it was like an atomic bomb, really. Just we started the band and we have like a huge group of friends in Long Branch that I look back at some of the early videos of our performances and I'm like, dude, I did not even have a guitar tuner. Like, what were my friends thinking? Like,
Why were you listening to
did
this?
it even like no? But
There is a reason.
it was just one of those magical things, you know. We had that thing where you just have like a lot of support and people going out to the shows, and that actually like became this kind of like a little snowball effect. And we got better, and you know, more people started coming to the shows, and you know, like the local legend type thing. Not saying we're legends, but you know, the local thing. We were just like packing out certain shows, and it was a good time. It was a good time. Too good of a time for me. But yeah, so life happens. We started with Eastbourne. We put out one album. This cat didn't get to make it on that album.
I did
Just
not.
personal choice. He took a step back for 2 years.
About 2 years.
Yeah, that album, the one album we put out with Eastbourne was out in 2016, and Nick Paolisi from Dub Proof was on the bass for that. Shout out Nick, that's my brother. But yeah, it was good. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're here to talk about Vida. That's pretty much the Eastbourne story. We claimed the whole dirty Jersey reggae thing because, you know, reggae is reggae, dude. You know, like Jamaican, it's reggae.
Yeah.
And in America, it's now you got the Cali reggae thing. You got just calling it American. You know, it's its own thing.
Ugh.
So we were like, why don't we just make it
It's-
our own?
Listen, man, I have my
Why
own
don't-
listen, no.
This
I
is
gotta
where
say
it starts. This is
No,
where
I'm
it
serious.
starts.
Okay,
Here
so
we go.
Shit going on, dude.
I can't stand
can't.
American reggae. I just can't do it.
Oh God. Oh.
I know. Listen, I know. Look, there's some things I like. I can't name off the top of my head because I don't really care enough about it. So I'm coming in like, all right, as a bass player, what can I do to not hate this? Like, all right, let me use every influence. Look, don't shake your head.
No. No, I'm like, let's get into it.
Don't shake your head at me. All right, this is very important for the people. So you know, I try to throw in a lot of, you know, funk and blues influence into like my bass lines, just like because I can't stand the, what is it, that do. I can't stand it. It's just like
But-
I'm sitting there. I know it's the vibe. I know it's what it's supposed to be, but it's like there could be so much more. It's like I'm trying to make people move their hips, bro. I'm trying to make chicks shake their asses on the floor. I'm not
You
trying to
just
sit
don't
up
want
here.
it to be so simplistic. Yeah.
It's not me. Like I can do it in certain points, but if you ask me to do that for 5 minutes, I'm gonna shoot myself in the face on stage.
But sometimes I want you to do it. So
I understand, but I will GG Allen all over everybody. I'm talking full fecal matter, just plop right in someone's face. I'm tired. Move on. I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
No, you've gotten so much better because we
Being
would
an
hit
asshole.
points where, man, we would really leave practice. Well, I would leave practices just like.
I'm gonna fucking choke that guy.
I'm like, this is, no, like not even hate, just like this is not it. Oh my God.
This motherfucker's killing me.
But no, I'm not gonna speak for you, but what I think it is that like American reggae has its own thing, and I think that's just not something we fit into like as far as like the straight bass, because Omar and I were like punkers way before like even the reggae thing, and I even like fell in love with, you know, like roots reggae before I even found Sublime, which, you know, Sublime's like a major band for me that I actually like did not like Sublime at all when I first listened to them, because a lot of my friends were into it, and I was just like, this is not it, dude. That's when like the drug rugs were like really popular, and like, you know, even like the shells and stuff, and I was like, this is not it, dude.
The hip necklaces.
You know, and yeah, so I mean, you know, the Dirty Jersey reggae thing just came out of like a lot of surfers that I grew up with and stuff. I'm a trash surfer, by the way, but I have, you know, I've been out there. But a lot of my
I tried.
Stay
a
humble.
lot of my
Stay
buddies,
humble.
a lot of my buddies are really good surfers, and you know, it was always the dirty jers, just because the the water's brown, but it gets so gnarly every now and then. You know, like Jersey's like a hidden gem at certain times of the year.
Oh, I agree.
True.
And it was always the dirty Jers, so I was like, dirty Jersey reggae, you know, like make it our own thing, because
It's like your own brand, yeah.
then we could do whatever we want with it, you know. We can bring in the punk influences, you know. I'm Latino. He has a little. You're Puerto Rican.
He's
right?
a little, yeah.
Well, no, I was just thinking. I was just thinking about back in the day where you were like, I'm Jamaican, this and that, and then you did that DNA thing. You're like, I'm no Jamaican.
I was like,
in
holy
me.
crap. I'm like slave port Spanish. This is awesome. This is amazing. I was lied to my whole life.
Who am I?
Yes, it was a mean identity
But
crisis.
yeah, Omar and I always liked like Latin music, like cumbia, and you know, I'm Colombian, so Colombia has a lot of different types of traditional music, like vallenato, cumbia, salsa, all that. So we were like dirty Jersey reggae because we could just throw that in there, and it's kind of what we're doing now with Vida, which is
Jersey's like a melting pot, man.
I was
You know.
I was honestly about to say that. It's just we're so many different styles and influences. I'm not gonna lie. Growing up playing with you guys, I learned so much about, especially cumbia. I was like, wow, I really like this, to the point where I'm just blasting in my car on my way to work. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is fun. It's just, I need more of this in my life.
yeah, and just Jersey is a melting pot, but Long Branch, just growing up, it's just unexplainable. Like, just if you lived in it especially at the time that we grew up in it,
Oh man.
it'll definitely make you if you're about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was like never like there's so many different races and stuff, but it was never like about race. It was always about like, if you're cool, you're cool, and if you're not, you'll find people that you're gonna be cool with. Like, I don't know, you know. So
A little something for everybody.
Yeah, just say you'll find somebody.
so Dirty Jersey Reggae encapsulates all that. Yeah, Eastbourne was done around 2018, towards the end of it. I had to definitely get some things in check. I had just become a father the year before, and that's that's something that I've personally seen other guys deal with. It's a beautiful thing, but it's something that
Gotta
you
handle
know,
your business. You know?
it's not always that thing where it's like you become a father and life is amazing and now I just, I get to take care of it. It's like, no, there's so many different things. So definitely was the best time to, I wasn't the one who decided to stop the band, but I'm just glad things have happened the way that they did. And yeah, when I was finally ready, my wife with the support that she gave me, I was just like, cool, like, I'm ready to get back out there and do the thing. And my right-hand man right here, like, I was just like, yo, if you want to do something, I got a little something in mind. And I think we put out Sun and Moon back in 2022.
Yeah.
Possibly 2023.
Yeah,
But that was like
that
a
sounds
one-off single we recorded with Charlie Schaefer from Burying the Penetrators and Hot Blood and Pure 13. He's been in the scene for a long time, and he totally killed it on that recording. We're going to put that out next month. We're going to start recording our debut album next month with Pete Steinkopf from the Bouncing Souls. So we're very excited on that. I don't know what else to say. We just played our debut show
Yeah. Oh my God.
a month ago at the Asbury Lanes.
Okay.
I was hurting after that night. So I was like, hell yeah. Neck cramps.
So yeah, for about a year and a half, we were trying out different drummers, and then before that, we were just kind of writing songs together. Shout out J. Maranzino from the Van Zaders, and our boy Zach Gindy, who's a really good drummer. They kind of helped us just kind of work some songs out on the drums and stuff, and we jammed with a couple other guys, and now we got our buddy Derek Wagner from Sweet Lucy. He played in Sweet Lucy. He's ours now.
Gotcha, bitch.
I mean, as sad as it is, though, like with drummers especially, that's how you have to be these days.
Yeah,
Like when you find one that's good and he works with you, you got to be like, he's mine.
exactly.
But chances are he's already in like 5 other bands too. But
True. Are you guys just like a 3-piece or?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I've always, I've always like just been in love with a power trio, and that's not saying we won't potentially add something else, but
Okay.
if you can really kill it as a 3-piece, I mean, you know, you get your praise for that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not what we're really out for, like praise for that, but it's just so nice when it's just 3
we've
guys
got the right
that can
pieces.
just
It's still very powerful. As
Exactly.
A piece, yeah.
So yeah, right now we're on a pretty cool like start to the journey with that first show. We had Gutter Drunk, this pretty sick punk band from AC, come out and play with us. We had, you know, Burying the Penetrators, which was incredible to have them on that gig. And Third from
They
the
gotta
Sun.
be old now.
What's
Yes.
They
that?
gotta be so old now.
Yes.
Dude,
They've been around forever.
If
Yeah.
I could be, yeah, but if I could be as young at heart as Barry is, like
Yeah.
that's, you know, that's especially when you know, the days go by fast. And
Yeah, that's true.
so I mean, I remember being 25 yesterday, and I'm 33 now. So
Oh, you're a young pup
if
still.
I could, don't say that. You know the movie Click.
Oh yeah.
It's like whenever somebody calls me young, when I'm like, yeah, I'm getting up there. It's like it feels like it's gonna take me to like 45, you know, or something like, which is still not old, but
Said I just turned 43. You got plenty to go, man. You got live it up while you can. You're still young.
you know it's
Then you could be old like this fuck over here.
You know, and it's crazy when we played with this band called New Kingston. They were like a proper New York, you know, they're Jamaican, but you know, they grew up here in America, but they were like this really good reggae band. We played with them at the Saint, rest in peace the Saint. Shout out Scott and Meg. But
We need a wah wah.
Well, I got the one. You got,
Got
the,
the
prices
sad
right.
trombone.
Fuck it.
But but I'll never forget being backstage with them, and I mean, I guess we had crushed our set because they were just looking at us and they were like, "Yo, how old are you?" Like, and I was like, "Well, I'm 20. I think I was 23." And they were like 27, 28, you know, which is not, now I'm 33. I'm like, that's not old at all.
It's nothing.
And they're like, man, you know, keep doing it. Like,
That's when you get to our age. You're gonna look back like 33. Fuck that. I'd kill to be 33 again.
that's what I'm saying about the click thing. It's just like, you know, it's all cliches. Like, oh, it goes by so fast.
It does,
Like,
man. And the older you get, the faster it goes.
I'm like, yeah, well, you know, all right, I'll just go home now.
Stay young at heart, bro. You'll be all right.
Well, you know, going back to Barry, man, you know, that guy's got energy, like, you know, like a young, you know, he's out swimming in the ocean at like 5 a.m. every morning, every single day. Mad respect to him, you know.
It's gotta be older than me.
So that was,
It's rough.
Like he's older than me. So I remember playing with them fucking so many years ago.
it's probably not as far back as, what are we talking here?
Probably like 02, 03.
Oh yeah.
Let's see,
Ah, my ankle.
He's careful on that tree, my fault.
At the same time, though, man, I wish I was out there at that time. You
Yeah,
know?
it was wild then.
Because I remember when I got on the bar scene, that's all guys talked about to us. Like the younger heads, they're like, "You should have been out here 10 years ago." Like, you know, this and that. I'm like, "Oh, shut up."
All the
Like,
time.
nah. And now I'm the guy like, you see that open area right there? That was the Brighton bar. You know, now I feel like I'm like, am I crazy, or is that like, you know, tricks are just for kids or whatever, because they changed the thing so like you don't see the actual fruit in the cereal anymore. And I'm like, wait, do the kids still see it? Do the kids still see the fruit shapes and we just see like the colors?
Well, it's with anything. As you go by, like you said, you probably have a ton of memories at the Brighton, like, you know, but it's not there anymore. So that's like It's just pure nostalgia for you at this point.
Nah, it is.
It's just like they used to be like, this was all bars. You know, you go out and get like a 50-cent beer. Like I'm like, what?
It's like for us growing up in this area, we used to play Jack and Bill's on the boardwalk. That burned down. The surf club in Ortley, that the hurricane took that out. You know, like they're all gone.
The surf club, yeah. I've only seen videos.
Same. Never been there.
You would have loved it.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, the reggae style would totally go over there too.
Right now, there's a band out now that I guess just came back, Burning Sun, and I remember when we did that show on the boat. Remember?
Yeah.
That was like 2011.
On a boat.
I think one of the guys, his name was Dave, I'm pretty sure, and he was like running like.
What's with all the Daves?
There's a lot of
It's
Daves.
a curse.
There's
It's a curse.
I'm
at this
David.
point.
I mean, you could call me Dave, but I'm David. That's how I introduce myself. But or David. But I just remember he was like, "Yeah, Burning Sun, this," and I checked out a video of them, and it was at the surf club, and I was like, "Oh my god, this looks so epic!" Like, and they're just starting to play shows again now, so it's
That's
cool.
the new thing. There's tons of bands coming back.
Well, yeah, now that we're
were
trying
dead
to-
for like 15 years.
It feels like we were when we were on stage a month ago.
Yeah.
It felt like it was like about 15 years. It was really, it was almost 10 because it was like 7 years since I had been on stage. So shout out to my wife for letting that happen again, letting me get back out there. And now we're pretty much just getting ready to like just charge at it. We played that show, kind of instead of just like hitting every venue up because there's really no
All four of them.
exactly. There's
Where
really
can
no,
we play? Where is this?
There's really, shout out to the Lanes, shout out to Kyle from the Pony, but like, if that show had happened at a Saint or at the Brian Bar, I mean, bro, it would have been insane. And it was already insane, but it's a bigger venue. We don't have like the smaller venues anymore. But we're just trying to hit the ground running, get this album done. Hopefully by this year it'll be out, and just staying true to the dirty Jersey reggae, which now we're kind of considering it a little more alternative, like what we're doing. A lot of people have said what they've heard sounds pretty reminiscent of like 90s music. Alternative stuff, so I'm like, cool. Like I remember like just being in the car listening to the radio, and it was all the grunge and Sublime and all that kind of stuff. So so it's all in line with the dirty Jersey reggae. Still throwing the chops in there, but Eastbourne was kind of that's the thing about American reggae too, though, is a lot of bands fall in line with like some cookie cutter stuff with just like singing about weed and the beach and drinking, and I tend to write more songs about like
Smoking weed.
trying to not be depressed and like just like breaking through like
It's life.
just like life really, like I wouldn't say like trying to get through depression, but just like real shit. I work
that's kinda
construction. That just like you're
Beats you
always
down.
you're always thinking about your life every single day, So
Why am I here right now? The choices I have made.
straight up. So I don't think we're doing anything groundbreaking, but I do feel like it is a bit different.
It's good. I mean, as long as it's for you, you got to write for you.
100%.
So if it's it's somebody will resonate with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like I've already made it because my kids know way too many lyrics of my songs, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm sure there's millionaires that have songs out on the radio that their kids don't even know that it's them. So like that's cool. My kids are all musical, and they see me trying to do this out here with my brothers. So
I think I
pretty
saw
cool.
who was it the other day? Mike Shinoda from Lincoln Park was like, yeah, my daughter was trying to play something on the guitar. I tried to help her. She's like, what do you know?
Oh my God.
I saw that.
He's like, so my wife came in and showed her a YouTube video of me playing in front of freaking 15,000 people, and she's like, that's you?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What do you
That's
know?
nuts.
Yeah, I'm going into the office or like the studio, but like, oh, okay, bye. But it's just like, dude,
Well, but
Mike
until recently,
Shinoda.
Linkin Park hadn't done anything in quite some time.
yeah. What's the deal with the singer? Aren't they like canceling shows or something?
I didn't see that. I just saw they had that chick singing for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard she's good.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Now you got Bradley Noel's son singing for Sublime. There's always going to be people who don't like the change and stuff, but
Yeah.
everything changes.
That's like I don't know if you remember, there was a band called Snot back in the '90s.
I remember.
They just came back with a new singer too. I'm like, what the
What
fuck
is
is going
happening?
on?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What is happening?
They're doing like that whole like the whole festival circuit right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Dude, regardless of what happens with this or whatever, like I'm gonna be that. Like if I make it to an old age, I'm gonna be like, I got the band going again. Like, you know what I mean? So I get it. Definitely get
60
it.
years old playing this shit.
Well, like it's not. They put out one album in like 1997.
Yeah.
And then the singer got killed in a car crash, and that was
That
it. And then all of a sudden, 2025, they're all of a sudden playing shows again.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just crazy now too. With just some bands I feel like have gotten that from just like a song going viral on TikTok or like Instagram. And they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute, we still got it." We
Still got it.
Well, I think COVID was a big reset for a lot of people too.
God,
So.
absolutely, man. We can talk all night about just COVID.
Nah, I'd rather not.
No, I'd rather not too. I'm just saying.
That's a
like,
dark time. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
I think it was right before COVID happened that I was like, maybe I should get something going. And then COVID happened, and I was like,
Nope.
maybe not. Maybe it's just not gonna happen.
I'll wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. We thought
2
it
weeks
was
turns into like 2 years. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, right.
Oh, my
2 weeks,
God.
2 fucking years.
Well, COVID technically is responsible for this podcast
It is.
because me and him just got bored. And we're like, what we could do it just me and you. Or then, like, at first we had, like, 2 tables. So, like, me and him were over here and the other person could be over there. And
Stay the fuck away from us.
yeah,
You guys were 6 feet apart. And
we had, like, 2
let's
little
do it.
tables facing each other. So this way everybody was comfortable because, some people didn't give a fuck. Some people were very paranoid about it.
Yeah. Well, yay COVID.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, that's
Good
the
shit,
thing.
boys.
That's the thing, man. As gloomy as things seem, there's always going to be some motherfucker
Could
that
be
comes
worse.
out of it.
Yeah,
Now
it
that
could be worse,
it's just
too.
like, oh, well, what if we do this? And it's just, like COVID probably started. I mean, was Joe Rogan even a thing before COVID?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's been like,
Yeah.
the biggest
Has
podcast
has
in
it
the world.
been
yeah.
that long?
He's
Yes.
been doing a podcast for like almost
For-
like 20 years, I
Yeah,
think.
forever, bro.
Oh, so he's like the godfather of it, really.
Pretty much.
He was one of like the innovators, the
Okay.
first ones to really do it.
Good for him.
That's crazy.
That is.
That was the craziest statement you ever said. You're like, I can't defend you. I love you, bro. Yeah, drink your Red Bull. It's okay.
Wait, what did I say? Wait.
We're gonna move on.
But yeah, anyway, so like,
I'm sorry. I love you, bro.
what did I say?
It's the Joe Rogan thing.
Oh no, I genuinely did not know it's been that long.
around
Yeah.
since we were. How old am I? I'm 34.
Oh no, I know he's been around. I remember with
Fear
Fear
Factor.
Factor.
No,
I
it's on
remember
this
all that.
podcast. This podcast has been around for a hot ass minute.
I don't know. I just remember the Bros started around when I would. Oh yeah, damn, 2010.
Yeah.
Whoops.
We're back.
That was 15 years ago.
That was like that stung to you right there.
Let it sink in.
That one must have hurt.
Like really,
You saw the pain enter his eyes, and he was like,
That is
Oh.
crazy. That is nuts. Well, good
yeah,
for him.
2010's about right. 'Cause- oh my god.
"Yeah, I'd say right before COVID is when like podcasts got like really huge, though.
Podcasts, yeah.
Podcasts in general, yeah.
Now everyone's got a podcast.
Yeah, no, every time.
I mean, I think we have one. I mean,
Yeah, no.
like 4 people listen to it, but we have one.
And it's funny too because like I'll see the podcast things but I always go to the comments in anything on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
Somebody always has something
That's the
funny
hot
to
band.
say no matter
Yeah.
what.
This guy's fucking suck.
And then it's like I'll laugh at something on like a podcast, like repost or whatever, and then I go in the comments and like they literally just say anything. And then like I'll watch it again. I'm like, Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
It's like before I was telling him I went to go on my birthday, April 3rd, we went to Madison Square Garden to see the Deftones and the Mars Volta.
Oh man!
And I thought the Volta killed it, but like I'm seeing all these videos pop up on TikTok and Instagram, and every young kid in the comments like, "What kind of band doesn't talk to the crowd?" And I'm like, one that's there to play you fucking music,
Exactly.
Because they literally came out in darkness and just started playing and hit their last note, dropped their instruments, and walked off stage. They did not say one word to the crowd the entire hour set,
That's beautiful.
but it was fucking fantastic.
So,
But all the
so-
young kids hated it.
yeah, but if you say something that people might relate to politics, or something like, why don't they just shut up and play the damn
You
music?
can't win, bro.
Exactly. So,
Oh no.
no, my buddy saw them in Philly. What, like a week or two, like 2 weeks
Yeah, I think
ago?
they played Philly
He
right
said
before
Mars
that, yeah.
Volta was great.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that was fucking killer.
That's awesome. I only remember one song. I used to be.
Yeah, their new stuff because that's the other thing. I was like, do you know how big of balls you have to get on stage on a huge tour like that and literally play front to back a completely unreleased album that no one's ever heard before.
That's wild.
From front to back. That was their whole set. Just the new album that had just come out and no one even knew it. I was like, that
That's
takes
wild.
balls.
Yeah, it does.
For any band, no matter how
Yeah.
big you are. That's
I mean,
wild.
it's very different than anything the Volta's ever done too. But it was good. They had a whole crazy light show.
I gotta listen to them more. Definitely have to.
I'm not gonna listen to them.
Why not?
That one song, I just.
Oh, what's, wait, what song are you talking about?
I just remember the music video was like. Let's not get into it. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember a lot of vague bands that I only saw one
Their old
song
stuff
where
was
the-
very crazy, like odd time signatures, like really
Yeah.
just very disjointed. But their newer stuff's real smooth. I
See,
bet
that
you
sounds
guys
like
probably
it's for
dig
me.
it.
I could definitely get into that.
Oh yeah,
Definitely get more of that.
Fuck it, I'll listen. Whatever.
Get weird,
I mean,
man.
but going to see live music is the best way to be exposed to something that you don't care to listen to. Because I remember Deftones was touring with Gojira like 2-3 years ago, and I was on some stuff, and I just remember it was kicking in, and I was just like, I gotta go home. Like I was like, I gotta go home. Like, and Gojira started playing, and I was looking around, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta go home.
Gojira is fucking amazing.
And then
too.
I had never even heard of them. I was expecting like some screamo, like I don't know what I was expecting.
I saw them at the Trocadero with Mastodon.
I was in another world, but like 5-10 minutes passed, and they were playing that. What's it called? Flying Whales.
Great fucking
Yeah.
song.
And I just remember the anxiety went away, and I was just like looked around, and I was like, wow. And just the rest of the set, and I still listen to them to this day. I think that was 2-3 years ago. I forget. They were at the summer stage with Deftones, and that was an amazing, incredible night. And I would have never listened to them if I hadn't seen them live. And they didn't do much talking in between songs and stuff like that.
no.
And the whole set was just like, I was just like, you know.
Well, it's like I said. I showed him a video right before he got here. It was amazing because when the Deftones were playing, when they started playing Change, I had to take like a little video of it. But there was so many people just like this. It was almost as bright as the LED screen on the stage, just seeing all the phones lit up. And I'm like, what the fuck is coming? Watch the goddamn fucking show.
Yes.
Stop watching your phone. Put it in your pocket and watch the goddamn show.
I need to be the only one out here filming
Well, I
this.
only took it just to show
Well,
to
see,
show the
he's
phones.
justified.
It was
It was
insane.
so absurd.
I wasn't even talking about you. I'm saying that's something I would do. Like,
Yeah.
move your fucking phone.
Like I said, I recorded like the first 45 seconds when they first started playing, and then put my phone in my pocket, and I was like all charged up for it. And this chick's in front of me, like all like jumping in front of my head, and I'm like, sit the fuck down.
All right.
Yeah.
My
What are you gonna
experience is
do?
ruined.
Yes.
Maybe in a couple years we'll all just be wearing some kind of like headset that like nobody has to have their phone, and maybe it'll kind of go back to.
That's kind of. Huh.
Yeah.
Get yourself them
I
meta
mean,
glasses.
things
so
are
at
things
least
are gonna
just
change.
record it from your glasses, so you don't got to hold up your fucking phone.
Oh my god! Wait a minute. We're on to something.
Fuck this music shit. Let's invent something.
Oh, don't.
Oh, Oh, sorry.
I'll even have to put.
I'm
some,
sorry,
like,
too real.
I'll put some still images up too of all those freaking phones in the crowd. Like it was insane.
Oh my god, my buddy Dan and I, we just send each other like random inventions that like pop up on our feeds, and like it's always the same reaction. You know, I'll send him like something so ingenious, you know, some so like you could have thought of it. You always feel like you could have thought of it, but you didn't. But I, you know, and it's always like fuck. All right, I'm going to work. I'll talk to you later.
Sorry, I gotta go lift this 2x4. I'll be back.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, trying to keep the dream alive. Like I said, Deftones. I mean, if you want to go into your influences and stuff, but
Oh my god.
yeah, exactly. Like, I always have to just like I could talk like about like 50 bands, but
Yeah.
Deftones is a huge one. Bouncing Souls and Sublime, and but you know, there's a lot of underground stuff in there. But if you know, if I was to say like 3 that I would listen to all the time for sure.
I really gotta think about mine. Hold on. All right,
Bars.
12-year-old me. Okay, Chili Peppers. Because when I like first got
California.
I know. Looking back at it now, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Stop. We get it. California, dude. Whatever. Black Sabbath. Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, I know.
I did not see that one coming. I will say that.
12-year-old me was a crazy child. Because I was just learning, like my whole thing as a kid, I was like, all right, summertime, I don't want to go out. I just want to learn everything I have. Like, I want to play all my CDs front to back. And I had Tombs of the Mutilated. And I was like, this looks fun. And just started trying to play. I'm like, I can't do this yet. And like 2 years later, I'm like, all right, I got this now. Just going crazy on it. And then as I got like, you know, high school, got more into jazz. You know, you're in the jazz band, so like Jaco Pastorius. I'm like, all right, this guy is cool. And then you start learning more about like session players, James Jamerson, of course. The bass players know. No one else knows. So it's like, is it worth talking about? No.
Well, it's like I'm a rock and metal dude, but I'll talk about Victor Wooten all
Yeah.
fucking day long. He's a fucking god.
That was the first time I saw a musician who was like, I quit. Like, I can't. I can't.
I tell people all the time, Victor Wooten's got more talent in his one finger than I do in all fucking 10.
No, in his thumb, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, what is that? I couldn't explain that to somebody.
I watched one video. He's like, it's really easy. Just go bop, 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 bop,
Yeah.
bop. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem too bad. And he's like, but you go, and I'm
I
like,
was
what
just
the
like,
fuck?
Get out. The biggest one though, like that kind of influenced the weird was Primus. 100%. Oh my god, I've seen.
So they're the
I've
ones
seen
to
them.
blame.
Yes. Yes. No, you're right. You're correct.
No, I know.
Because
It took him sailing on the seas of cheese.
Because Primus really like opened the floodgate of like, all right, this is weird. What else is there? I'm like, oh wait, you like Stanley Clarke? Okay, what's that about? Oh, you love Geddy Lee too.
Yeah.
Oh, Rush. Holy fuck. And then it just didn't stop. So
Yeah, I was always a
now-
big fan of Typo because that was the first band where it was like the bass was the lead.
Yes.
Like, and everything else fell behind it. And that I always loved that.
Well, like what I didn't learn, and I'm sorry, in the beginning,
Was reggae.
it was just to calm the fuck down. It was just raw energy and like, oh, I can just fill up space. It's fine. And then, who the hell? Someone I worked with in Asbury. Ugh. So he was a drummer, very good drummer. He said to me, "Space is the place." I was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're saying." He could fill the pocket, he could do nothing, and it still had a groove. I'm like, all right. He's like, even in silence, there's a groove. You have to just feel it. And over the years, just slowed down more. I could still do my thing, rip it up if I need to, but find the groove, catch it. If someone's bobbing their heads, like, you got them. Don't change a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Jocko. Thanks, Les.
No, you definitely have changed over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the last like 4 years.
You got to grow as a
But no, but
musician, bro.
even towards the end of Eastbourne, but like I mean, it even hits me sometimes when we're working on new stuff, and he'll just not play the bass for a minute, just like drop out, and I'm just like, oh, like I get like goosebumps, and I'm like, ah.
Bro just nutted in his pants. From silence. That's magical, bro.
No, seriously, like I'll just not even know what I was about to sing, and I'm like, like just no, it's magical, straight up.
You have to grow as a musician, period. If you ain't learning, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, I'm definitely open to a lot of things I was never open to before. Even with just let it go. That's how the song's gonna be.
Yep.
You know.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that fucking
No.
song. Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No. Stop. Thank you.
Said let it go.
They're covering Frozen, okay?
Stop this.
Can't hold me back anymore. Sorry, God. As you were saying.
I have never seen that movie, but I've heard that song a gwillion times.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so tired of it.
I have no comment.
I love Father
I
of
feel
Four.
like you just
Surprised that shit's not tattooed on you right
becomes a
now.
part of you. You know what? I mean, for as much as you hear some of these songs, you know, you do end up you have to appreciate it, you know, in one way or another. Because if you don't, you will go crazy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? The structure of the song is pretty.
Oh my God, no, you're not. Honestly, okay, I don't know if it counts. Like, you know, I have a stepdaughter, 2 years old, so it's either Bluey or Mickey
Of course
Mouse,
it counts.
fucking Clubhouse, whatever the hell you call it. I
Bluey.
swear to God, if I hear those little jammy jams, I'm throwing myself out
How
the
fucking
fucking
catchy
window.
is Bluey's?
Yeah, I love it. So, like, I'll be at work like, I'm like, all right, God damn it, stop it.
Mom.
So I'm like, yo, this is great.
See, when my kids were little, it was great because they always watched Yo Gabba Gabba,
Oh,
which is Biz Marquee.
yo, it's just, I think, oh my God, when did that
But-
come
but
out?
the-
I was still in high school, and like my youngest siblings were watching that. I'm like, this is kind of funky.
It was
I
written
think-
and produced by Biz Marquee.
Oh, bless that man.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Bless
No,
that
but but what's it called? The thing with Bluey was for a while I had it stuck in my head and I didn't know what it was from. You know what I mean?
Just
'Cause
that
it's
noise
not
in
like
the
I'm on
background.
it.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, what the hell is this? And then one day my kids are watching. I'm like, oh my God.
It's subconsciously wormed
it's
into
so
my
much-
brain.
But it's so much better than like when they're really little, like Coco Melon and all that stuff.
What the hell is Coco Melon?
You don't want to know.
You don't
All right, cool.
Okay,
We're
I
done.
don't know
Moving
what
on.
the fuck that is either. But
or Baby Shark, dude. Like, no,
oh God,
Luckily, my kids
that was the.
were
You know,
older
I
at that
swear to
point.
God, that song was like the beginning of these kids. No offense to anybody younger than 40, becoming stupid.
I feel that.
Like fucking Baby Shark. Like, please go die. Or get
That song
eaten one
about
by
the
one.
fish.
That's even dumber.
I don't know. The other day I was
So our track record
There
keeps
was
fucking
some
going.
chick on YouTube and she sang this stupid song about a
Yeah.
fish, and it was not a good song. But somehow, like 6 months later, she's on main stage at Bonnaroo singing this song. What
the fuck?
Because it got like 15 or 20 million views. In
Yeah,
a
but
couple
it's in like
weeks.
30 seconds long.
Yeah,
Must have been the shortest show ever.
you just pull things out of
count for something.
you just pull things out of you don't know where sometimes when you're just trying to entertain them. Because the other day I was driving my daughter home, my youngest daughter. She's 4 years old, and my God, how old is she? Yeah, 4.
Oh my God.
And I was just like 99 bottles of beer because I didn't want to like sync my phone to the car because she was asking for me. She was actually asking to listen to Vida, and I was just like, I'm driving, like I can't do this. And I was like, I don't know any of the new songs she's singing. And I was like 99 bottles of beer on the wall, and then she was just like, she had like a moment where she was just like, what is this? And then she was just like,
she's like, "Is Dad having a stroke?"
I think I hit like 95, and I was like, all right, we're good. I was just like, I don't know why I sang that. That was never like a song that I sang when I was a little kid. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm glad the kids are enjoying the tunes. I had this little jingle that I had in my head on the way home the other day, and I was like, oh my God, the kids might like it because I forget what the lyrics were, but I sang it to them, and my oldest daughter, she was like, no.
No.
She's like,
And I
"It's
was
not
like,
it. It's not it,
I
Dad.
was
It's
like-
not it."
And I was like, are you sure? Let me sing it again. And she's like, no. And I was
Please
like,
stop.
okay, no. I guess it's
You
a
got some
no.
honest critics, bro.
Oh, yeah.
A kid will
There
never
you go.
lie to you about shit like that.
No. Oh my
I
God.
don't like it.
Brutally
So-
honest. Brutally honest.
I can appreciate it. It's like, thank you. I will try again.
Oh
you
my
so much.
God. One time my buddy was over and we were just jamming a little bit, and they came in and they were like, Daddy, why are his teeth like that? And I was like, and he was just like, oh. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know what to
And
say.
you just sit there feeling like shit. Like,
I was
damn
like,
it.
I can't even, like, yeah, I don't know. Go away.
Go away.
Be gone.
All right, so when you guys are going to the studio, you guys are going to do more of a live thing? You tracking it out?
No, we're definitely gonna track it. I think we're into what he wants to do, which is try to do as much live as we can, but most importantly, drum and bass. You know, with the style of music we play, that pocket, and especially now that we have some good chemistry with Derek and stuff, I think it's very achievable to get that really good, just in the pocket drum and bass.
Well,
It's
bass
super
is the most
crucial.
important thing in the band. So
Thank you.
I doubt
I
that.
think so. I would agree.
Jesus.
You know, like
You're on his team. You picked the wrong
reggae and
side.
punk. Reggae and punk just always went together for me because of this reason. Punk is like the rage, right? Like that fire in your heart. But like the reggae just puts like a militant, like when I think of reggae, I don't think of
then there's
you know,
the bastard
sunshine
stepchild
and-
of ska.
I
Ska
don't-
has its place.
ska has its place.
Yeah, I said, but it's like the bastard child of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, ska came before reggae, but that just reminded me of something I was going to say before. My kids love America's Funniest Home Videos, and you know they always dance to the song in the beginning. I'm like, this is the Toasters.
No, wait, it is. I keep forgetting that.
Wait, is it the Toasters? It might be the Boss Tones. I forget, but you know,
One of those.
yeah, I think the Toasters did Kablam. I forget Kablam. Remember Kablam?
I haven't heard that.
Wait a minute.
God.
How does that song go? Oh,
It
shit.
might be the same song.
Can't be, no.
It's very similar.
Well, that
But,
one worked. Let's just try this, just like that.
Just
But
change
I've
two
always been
notes.
into like serious reggae, you know, like just I don't know. There's just something so political about it too, like that. Just like reggae, hip hop, punk, you know, all these different genres that might sound totally different. Like they just have this underground thing where it's just like you do it the right way. I mean, it's like a Molotov cocktail,
Oh yeah.
you know. So I think we're always trying to. I mean, I try to introduce that, and then we do whatever we do to it. But bass is as far as instruments, it goes bass, drums, guitar. Because you know, I like to sit back and just, as Derek calls them, he calls them space sounds. But you know, I hit the delay, and you know, I just do my thing. Like, so bass is super important. And so we're looking forward to being in the studio for that. Get it out there. Kind of just get this album, you know, just kind of be like, here we are. Kind of crazy the time, like how we were talking about, like bands coming out of, you know, coming back on the scene and stuff. Like Sublime it looks like they're about to like just completely just, you know, come out with a original album with Jacob Noel. And there's a lot of other bands that kind of are shifting away from that, you know, I guess what would now be like the stereotypical American reggae sound. So it's a good time, you know. It's almost like a revamp of not just reggae, but just music in general. Like, I've been seeing a lot of bands bringing like new metal kind of back, and, you know, I think it's
It's
almost...
all cyclical. It comes and goes, and then
Exactly,
it goes back.
you know. I mean, is there even any kind of new rock genres? Like,
No.
No.
I know in dance and like techno music, like there's that funk.
Never even heard of it.
What in the hell is that?
Funk.
Are you okay?
No, it's PHONK. It's sick. You know, it's some of them you've heard on like TikTok videos and stuff, but I'm like, that's a vibe. And then like I'll check it out. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Listen, I worked at Ralph's Italian Ices in 2010 on the Asbury Park Boardwalk, and my first day, the owner or the boss, this guy Harry from Staten Island, he's just like, all right, guys.
His name's not Ralph.
He's like, all right, guys,
feel
you know,
cheated.
you guys know what to do. You know, he would leave us alone and just be like four of us, like just young kids, like working there. But he would, you know, we didn't know where you could change the music, and it was just like dance, like house, like Jersey Shore, like, you know, yeah, like Dead Mouse and all that stuff. And like my first day, I was just like, no, like and then like
It grows on you.
like my third shift, I was just like, you know, and I was just like, oh, I'm
Shit
about
grows on
it.
you real quick.
You know, so yeah, as far as rock and stuff, I think right now we're going through like a recycling of a lot of stuff, but that's how a lot
But
of
it's like, if you think about it, there's no real big name rock bands right now. There just isn't. Yeah, but
Dave
you got
Grohl-
you got the Foo Fighters. That's really about it.
Yeah.
Well, he fucked up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo.
I don't know.
You
Like,
got me
But
thinking.
he could fuck that up and still be better than most.
yeah, I respect him. I respect the Foo Fighters. I just have never really been like that much of a fan.
Oh, we've said it a million
Like
times.
crazy.
That dude, he has the formula, and he to a T.
Yeah.
He just.
I think Green Day has the formula. Foo Fighters, yeah, I think
Not anymore, Green Day. They went like way too
now
pop.
he just stands on stage and yells at people.
Yeah, it's really all it is.
But
Some festival he was just
feel
on.
like-
He's like, "You're gonna give me one fucking minute."
what was that?
Oh.
Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. But that, yeah, you're never gonna get away from that. Justin Bieber on 1 fucking minute. Oh man, I'll never watch that again. Like,
How
I
to
was,
be
like, sweating
pretentious?
watching
101.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good time for music. Hopefully new venues will come around. I don't know. Is it always going to be
Please.
Asbury, or it would be really sick to have a new town or city in Jersey. In the like early years of Eastbourne, we were playing like up in Union and like some random spots up North Jersey. It would be cool to play up there, but
I mean, I see some spots in South Jersey and some spots in North Jersey, but there's definitely a void in the center of the state when it comes to music venues. You got the one little hub, which is Asbury, which we're not going to get into.
Don't worry, that'll
But
burn
outside of
out.
that, you really don't have anything.
Maybe a giant
right.
flood will take them out.
They tried.
we don't have
yeah,
anything.
Try
and then-
harder. Try harder.
But we're still so blessed because I remember when we went out on tour in 2018, we played at this place called like Roadhouse in PA.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is insane. It was like a
Doesn't sound
biker
like a place
bar.
that you should
You
be
could
playing.
smoke inside. I don't know I don't know if there was a reaction from the crowd, but they definitely didn't
They were
not
very
like us.
confused.
They didn't hate you.
No, they
No.
didn't hate us. They were
At
just
first
like
they
It
were
wasn't like Blues Brothers where they're throwing glass bottles at
No.
a chicken wire. And
I
shit.
would have accepted it considering where we were.
I was just like, there's no scene here, man.
The looks we got were like, who them boys?
Boy.
The fuck you are?
I could see you being like playing an A. A's a good country key. We're all high today.
Oh man. Trying to think. Oh my God, you weren't on that tour, but I call them tours. But it was a couple shows in a row. But we were playing. We did like 3 nights. We did Virginia Beach, Carolina, North Carolina. It was Carolina Beach, but it was like 3 days. And we were in North Carolina, and I was like, the night before we had played Virginia Beach, and I was like, "What up, Virginia?" Somebody was like, "What?" And I was just like, "Oh my God." Like, I couldn't even remember where I'm at, and this isn't even like longer than a week tour. Like, not drunk, not even drinking that night. And I was just like, oh man, this is
Fuck that up.
and it ended up being an amazing set because it was like a Sunday like afternoon set at this like. It was more like geared for reggae and stuff, but they asked us before we played. They're like, "Do you guys have like distortion? Like, are you guys loud?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, we do have like some punk songs and stuff." They're like, "Could you just not
Can you
turn it
skip
up all the
those?
way? Could you just not play distortion?" And they're like pretty serious
Just play
about it.
clean
Yeah.
the whole time.
Could you
What was
not
this?
do
This
that?
place was called like the Lazy Pirate, I think. It was Carolina
That's
Beach.
awesome.
And we didn't want to piss them off, so we did that, and it was completely sounded different than the previous nights, and it ended up being a great night. But I'll never forget that. We're not on like this like month-long run, and I just couldn't. I was just like, "What's up, Virginia?" And like I just saw this random guy in the crowd, like, "What?"
What the fuck is this dude on?
God,
So with that, with that being said, we're focused on other things besides like going out there and touring. So, ready to get this album done and link up with our homies, P-Funk North, Waylaid, the Jersey bands, and then play Philly. I want to play like New York and stuff like that first, and then we'll see what happens. But a lot of stuff is done online these days. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Very true.
It's definitely a different landscape than it used to be.
Yeah, and I always think about it. I'm like, you know, if you could time travel and go back to like the 90s and you tell them like how things are now, they'd be like, are you crazy? Like, we would love to do that. What? Like, you know, instead of, you know, and I'm like, no, I would love to go here. And
Yeah, I
just,
don't think the 90s
know,
guys
like-
would actually say that.
You don't think
I
so?
mean,
I'd be
about
like,
te-
I swear to
about
God, they'd be like,
technology, they might. Yeah.
yeah, maybe the technology, but not the way of like the way you make money, the way they tour, the way everything. They're gonna be like, what the fuck? And then they're gonna be like, what do you mean you guys don't create music that much?
What do you mean?
You know, like, what do you mean?
Well,
what do you
they're
mean? I give the
doing it?
venue a 50% cut
They're the
of my
fucking
merch?
last
Oh
great
my
decade
gosh,
of music,
dude, right?
you know?
That's ridiculous. I don't. That's pretty new, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
within the last 5 years that they
Yep.
started charging
All the venues
bands
started
for
taking
merch.
cuts of merch and stuff like that.
Oh, you can meet me in the trunk of my car. Like, come over here. Like, I'll sell you like my stuff out. You know, ain't no way. That's wild. Like, I'll punch you in the face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like at that Deftones
You're gonna
show,
go
like,
far.
fucking merch is out of control. Like t-shirt, they want like $50 for a fucking t-shirt.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's fucking crazy.
Because
What-
nobody,
what are
nobody
those-
wants
11
less of
by
their
17
piece.
show poster was $65 fucking.
No, I won't
dollars.
punch you in the face. I will poke you. Like, I will put my finger on you. Like, get
Who
away.
do you think you are?
That's way more aggressive. Like, I will.
I will shake my fist at you.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've been hearing about that. Ugh, man.
Yeah, no, that's been around
Like
for
$85 for a sweatshirt.
It's the first time I'm hearing of all this shit.
It's crazy.
What's that?
50%.
$85 fucking
No,
shirt.
no, the 50% cut.
Oh no, that's been
yeah.
around since fuck like 05, 06.
Just wow.
I mean, I
It's been much more
I- I
egregious in
bel-
the last 5
yeah,
years.
I think
But
because
that,
I've
that
seen it on
360
social media.
deal, that's where it originated. It's the same thing. Prices are just hiked up, just like everything else.
Just to
Same fucking
supplement.
thing though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When it comes to the yeah, I get a little discouraged when I see the prices, but it's like, dude, look at the price of everything.
Oh yeah.
You know, sucks.
So like, when, are you guys gonna press CDs?
So we put out like a 3-song EP with Pete as well. We put that out last month called The Life. And
much you
for
sell
that,
that
no, for that, you know, for something like that, we were like, let's wait. You know, if we were to go on, put these back on. If we were to go back out on tour, no, if we were to go on tour or something like that, you know, probably print like 100 of them, like just like the paper sleeves, just to hand out. But realistically, like my wife said it the other day, she's like, "Who has a CD player in their car anymore?" I was like, "Well, I do, but you're right.
Yeah.
Other people like." That's not a thing.
Some people
anymore.
like you find the people that like tangible shit.
It's like right now,
I mean-
vinyl and cassettes are like
I can't
the
believe
thing.
cassettes.
Believe it or not, yes, cassettes
threw me
made
the
a
hell.
comeback.
Vinyl, not
Vinyl,
surprised.
vinyl. I remember
Cassette.
being a thing when we were playing before, like
Yeah, it
seven-
was slowly
7, 8
coming
years
back.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's expensive as fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro. Listen to my music. If you don't want to listen to my music, like,
Don't say that.
If you don't have a phone, you're
Well,
not.
not to mention, like the vast majority, they're going to listen on their phone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
it's
but that's how long I was out of the game. Like I don't know. I used to drive in with my buddy a couple years ago to the job site, and he had Apple Music, and I was like, "This is sick." So I got Apple Music. But when this EP came out a month ago, I was sending people the link to Apple Music, and then I was telling my wife, like, she's like, you know, like people don't pay for Apple Music like that, right? And I was like, she's like, you have to pay so that they can listen. Like they have to pay so that they can listen to the songs. I was like, oh. She's like, why don't you send like the Spotify links? And I was like, oh. I'm like, oh my God, dude, it's so much. It's so much to know. Like, you know, like even 10 years ago, just the Bandcamp. People would just like visit your Bandcamp and you could put like, you know, give me not give me $1, but like, you know, pay what you want. And
Let me hold $1.
that's why right now,
Let me
like,
hold $1.
like
baby.
Linktree is the best right now because you can send one link for Linktree. That's what we do for the podcast. You send
Okay.
one link, and then on that you set up where if you want to listen to it on Apple Podcasts here, if you want to listen on Spotify here, and you can just
Can
know,
you talk
all the
to me
different-
about this after we're on there? Because, like, I mean, I don't know anything, guys. No, I
But that's
appreciate
that's the
bro.
way to go.
Linktree, right?
Yeah.
We'll put our OnlyFans on there as well.
Oh yeah, bro.
Subscribe to that.
So you want to make money now?
Who has the nastiest feet?
Got like some big black
big
feet. Ew.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I don't even know how you're gonna keep going, but good luck.
What's that?
I said I don't know how you're gonna keep going, but good luck.
Yeah, it's rough
Because
out
you
there.
sit there and talk about it, like, yeah, people on OnlyFans make way more fucking money than a goddamn CD.
Listen, I'm at work sometimes and I'm like, yeah, there's a kid like
Yeah, so
just
like
playing with his
eight-year-old
toys.
kid on YouTube making $27 million a year.
Yep.
and I'm just like, yeah.
Where'd
I
I
gotta
go
get
wrong?
gas on the way home and hopefully I have enough for it.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's kind of fucking true.
Well, there's some truth to it. You know, you gotta be thinking about like your
I'm laughing 'cause it
expenses
hurts.
and whatever. I mean, listen, we live in a time where, you know, like the economy is rough or whatever, but also there's people who have subscriptions to shit that they don't even know that they're paying for. It's like, what are we doing?
And then they'll pay for a
Oh,
subscription to another app to tell them all the subscriptions they have so they can cancel them.
Visit Rocket.
I'm gonna say
Not a paid sponsor.
at all. Go away.
Man,
I
rough
mean,
times.
we like paid sponsors, but that's not one of them.
You know, we're definitely living through some crazy times, but
Yeah,
social
wish you guys
media-
the best of luck, man.
thanks,
you.
man. Yeah,
It's rough out. It's rough out there.
Oh, where could people find you online?
Right now we're hitting Instagram the hardest. The Facebook page will be up like well before the album's done.
Okay.
But,
What's your handle on
I was
Instagram?
gonna say, is it
on
Instagram?
IG? It's _Vida 732.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just start wrapping this up. We'll give you the
Yeah,
same final
absolutely.
question we give everybody else that he's already answered, but you got to answer it again.
What?
If there's
He
one
didn't
single
answer last
thing
time, you don't remember.
you can change about the music scene, the local music scene, if there's one singular thing you could change, what would it be and why?
What the fuck I say last time?
Who the fuck knows? We'd have to
That
pull
was like
up the
2 years
records.
ago.
No, don't pull the records. It's fine.
I wasn't going to.
Oh, okay.
If there's one last thing, if there's one
Oh,
thing,
shit.
I got
What
it.
the hell
I
was
got
that?
it for sure. I got it. And this is no dig on anybody.
Sure it is.
It's a dig on everybody. Dude, like, I know times have changed in social media. You know, you should promote your own band and everybody else's band. But, dude, venues have to do way better. With, like, dude, we got to bring back promoters. Like, that's bullshit.
Promoters
Like,
that promote, yes.
Yeah, like, dude, it could still be a thing, you know, where you're like a poppin' promoter and you're like, hey, come check out this show. And, like, people will actually listen to you because you're doing something
Well,
yourself.
it's possible for a promoter to do things in a way where they have a regular crowd because the people will go, oh, it's Saturday night. They're doing this over there. It doesn't matter who's playing, but there's always great bands playing.
People are always, since the beginning of time, have always been looking for things to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to tell me, like, now it's only the bands, you know? It's only up to them.
Well, most
Well,
promoters nowadays
because
will
going to
put
see a
something on
band
the
is
internet.
not majority anymore.
I'm trying to get this band off the ground, and I need your help
Call
because my friends are getting old.
Call
So-
JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
It's my money.
Not a
my
paid sponsor.
CD
I was
and I
gonna say,
need
it's
it
not a
now.
And it's not about the money, man. It's about having a good time, and you know,
Yeah.
it's like music is like a tribal thing.
I think that's, you got to really look at it, and it's very cut and dry like that. Like, you're either doing this for money or you're doing this because you want to have a good time. I don't think there is the bleed. There's no gray.
Yeah, you used to be
It's
able to
black and
have a
white.
good time and make money. Now you can only do one or the other. And most of the time, if you want to make money, you're playing covers. You're not playing your
I
own
was gonna
music.
say,
Yeah.
you know, we'll give it about a year, and then we'll start playing some covers. And no, I'm just kidding. There's
not-
there's
I
no
mean, if
deadline on it.
If
but
you keep
it's
writing
true.
your own music, you use the cover money to pay for that. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Well,
What
what
if you
what
get
is
enough-
it? Dale, this band, Dale and the Z Dubs. I guess he calls himself Snail. He posted this video about how he was giving guys massages in like a thong, and he paid for the band's album with the money. But it was like this hilarious video where he's like, "No, like I tried to massage girls, but like it was only gay guys doing it." And he's like talking to his cousin or something, and he's like dying laughing. His cousin's dying laughing. I'm like, and I'm just watching the video and I'm laughing, but I'm like, yeah, maybe we have to do something. We have to go that next step.
I'm not doing that.
Start with a car wash. Start with a car wash. Keep it simple.
Car wash.
Get Dave out there, a little speedo action.
I love it. You're like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I guess you're not that serious.
No, we'll be like outside the Stop and Shop where the Girl Scout cookies are. And we're like, you guys need to go. You know,
We're hijacking this turf, bitch.
we got
They're territorial, watch
we got gummies and
No,
edible
just regular gummies.
gummy bears. Yeah, what's a candy people don't eat anymore? But anyways, we'll
Mars
find a way.
bars?
Bars.
I don't know.
That was actually something that they wanted us to sell back in the day.
Oh shit!
Wasn't that?
I don't remember.
In
I
school?
also don't remember.
It was
All
the
right, so what do you
Mars
got?
I don't know. What would I change?
Yeah. One singular thing. What would you change?
Motherfuckers' attitudes.
It's a good one.
Everyone's full of shit and full of themselves.
Yep.
I'm tired of seeing it.
It's me.
Yes, too much of
But
it.
if people would start supporting everyone and the scene, it could work.
This sounds familiar.
It does. It's a common answer.
Okay.
Well, okay, let me ask you this.
Community
I,
is a
I
very common
love
answer.
playing the asshole. I really fucking do. I
the
guess because I'm
sculptor.
old.
Oh, I know.
So you just said have everybody support each other and have a community.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't you really have that now?
Not really, because
No.
they're only really out for themselves.
Yes, and I get that as far as trying to gain something.
I'm just saying, like a rising tide
let's
raises
say-
all ships. You know,
Rising tide of what? You still got the same three bands that watch each other play.
yeah. But if you have
It's
people
not
working
the
together
majority
and
anymore.
not working against each other, you might be able to open up some more venues and expand.
You still need to bring people.
Look at
It
when
does
it
not
started.
matter.
Real quick, I know we're trying to wrap up, but I'm union, whatever, construction, blah blah blah. I've thought about a concept of like a membership of fans, like music lovers, people in bands and stuff. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud, man. I shouldn't.
Yeah, because
No, you already
Like
started.
like a membership thing, and it's
Yeah.
just like you pay in, and whatever the money is, I don't know if that would go to bands or if that would go to buying tickets to shows, but it's just like we need you here at this night, and you're in for a treat because you're gonna catch a band that you would have never gone out to see. You might like it, you might not like it, but
who
also
do you know that's not a musician that you're really good friends with?
Quite a few people.
Okay.
most. What do you mean? That is into the
That
music
does-
scene? Is
nope,
that what you're saying?
Does not give a fuck about music.
Like it does not get about. Guys who are looking for girls
Okay.
for sure.
So
That's
would they
always-
go into? Would they subscribe to your OnlyFans? There,
I don't know. I think it would start with like a musicians network. It's like people in
it's
bands.
been done.
Yeah, has
so
something
many
like that been
times.
done?
So many times, and that's why I'm saying it's like, yeah,
But
I get what you're saying. It's never gonna work. Never.
Just wishful thinking.
I think.
Yes.
I think.
We gotta have hope.
I think no cover shows. Need to make a comeback at some point. All ages. I feel like all ages was always a thing that
Yeah.
helped.
All
you
our
know.
shows are free, all ages. Everybody just come hang out. We always do mixed genres too.
Yeah. When have you guys called us?
Which
No,
is
I'm just
magic.
kidding.
He
No,
played-
we
he
would
played-
love.
All right, bro. God
But
damn.
if you guys are putting on shows, we would
Well, actually,
definitely love.
this
to be
poor
a part.
guy was there like the hottest fucking day. He was dying.
just
up there.
getting out of work, and I'm like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, he rushes out of work, gets there, and he's up on stage. I mean, just dripping sweat because it was like 102 degrees out that day.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was still
Was
good
that the
though.
day I wasn't there?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's the day you left me to do it all by
I was like,
myself.
it's too fucking hot. Fuck off.
Well, on that note, I think something's gonna happen. Or else,
I hope
or
so.
else
We
what are
gotta
we
have
doing?
hope, yeah.
Or else are we just,
No, the
I don't think
AI
that's gonna
overlords
happen.
are going to take over for us. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, we can't start talking about AI because that is scary.
Oh yeah,
In all facets of it, terrifying.
I've heard some of the greatest country tunes ever made
Yes.
by AI.
Yes.
I mean, spitting
I have to
fucking
agree.
disgusting.
I
Like,
have to agree, but we can't be like only that because oh man,
that's literally because the voice sounds like it was. Yep, this dude recorded it.
but
in
the guy who
Nashville.
made that on AI didn't do anything except click a couple
Yeah.
buttons. But he makes a whole hell of a lot of money off of it.
I mean, shit. Are we gonna get to a point where we're not even gonna know if there was any original thoughts behind things? Do people have to disclose when they use AI or not?
Nope.
I mean, I don't give a shit. I got 20 years left, maybe.
All right. Optimist.
I'll be gone. I'll be long gone. Fuck you. Fuck
go.
all you kids. It's your problem now.
And that's why we're here. I think it's been a lot of generations of that.
Yeah. Oh shit! I remember it was said
You
to
know,
me
people-
in the '90s, and
people
then now
sold-
I'm saying it.
People bought their house for blueberries and sold them for $1 million. It's not their fault, but still.
I see that every day.
So
Every
priceless.
day.
So priceless.
Here, BlackRock.
I work on Long Beach Island, and like some guy will come in. I'm like, oh look, this is the deed for the house. Your grandpa bought this house in 1946 for fucking $7,000. Right now, it's worth $7.8 million.
Yippee!
and you just got it willed to you for $1.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, you guys hang in there.
Well, thank you guys for
Wait,
coming.
hang in there. You hang in there. We're fucking
We're
done.
done. we
You're fucking
we
hanging
play in
nothing,
that room
dude.
right there. We record a couple songs here and there. That's about it.
I put my
No,
time
what
in.
you guys do is awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for having us. This is awesome.
It's his nice way of being like, "Go shut the fuck up, you two old fucks."
No, I genuinely mean it.
We appreciate that.
We hope to be back with more news on our venture.
I said if we have any shows come up, like right now, we're doing one in June, but that's already all booked up. So
No, we would love to, put it out there. I would love to be out there.
Just not on a really hot day, please.
I'll try. I might wait till after the summer.
Thank you.
Do like more like the end of September.
My big ass has no business.
Dude, we play like reggae music. This guy doesn't want to play in the summer.
We're an off-season
true.
reggae band.
See you in January.
It's like it's snowing outside, but we'll make you feel like you're on the beach.
Halfway to summer shows.
Hell yeah.
All right,
Hey, maybe
guys.
you can make that a little niche. Yeah, hey.
Hey, you're halfway to summer festival. There you go. Start playing it now.
We're like a quarter way. We're like less than that.
We can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it. Make it happen.
Hopefully,
You have 6 months to plan it.
Well,
hopefully it'll be a good. Yeah, true. It'll be a good summer.
think about it.
Yeah.
It's always the Jersey Shore.
All right, gentlemen. Well, thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. Real quick, sponsors: Manafurkin Brewery down in Manahawkin, New Jersey. Swing Graphics down on LBI. You hit them up if you need any, stickers, banners, anything like that. Jeff, go fuck yourself. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
I've been here before. But you don't believe it. Wasn't long ago. We were holding hands, dancing our dance, stuck in such a trance. I sit alone in the night time, and it never is the right time. A fine line that keeps me from coming up to you. Esta noche es igual, otra noche solo de pensar, pensar. To try and find a solution, to make sense of what we're doing, yeah. Otra noche se va, otra noche solo de pensar, pensar. Times are tough and need our attention. Pray with my heart for a love and affection. Stare at the ocean, it's out of water, but I'm still swimming, 'cause there's no other. No other way. No other way. I sit alone in the nighttime, yeah. Nighttime, yeah. I sit alone in the nighttime, and it never is the right time to find line that keeps me from coming up to you. Esta noche es igual, otra noche solo de pensar, pensar. To try and find a solution, to make sense of what we're doing, yeah. Otra noche se va, otra noche solo de pensar. I sit alone in the night time, and it never is the right time to find line that keeps me from coming up to you. Esta noche es igual, otra noche solo de pensar, pensar. To try and find a solution, to make sense of what we're doing, yeah. Otra noche se va, otra noche solo de pensar, pensar.
Bye.